A while before the show began, I put a thing on my website asking people to write in and offer up suggestions of things to go on the set, because I felt it was a bit kind of sparsely populated, and it might be nice to have a bit of influence from the viewers. So Ben was the man who had to deal with all the suggestions, and he's just going to take us through some of the things that we got. Obviously, we've got stuff from the last series. We've got things like the Fantagraphics toys, Enid doll, the Buddy Bradley stuff.
Plenty of USB toys that were requested by so many people writing in emails. We had over 700 emails in total.
This is Judge Dredd and Judge Death, because 2000 AD heard about it because of the site, which was great, and they gave us lots of stuff. There's also Quinch here. I don't know whether this is DR or Quinch, but it's one of them. One of Alan Moore's best characters. This is stuff by Jim Woodring, who's one of my favourite comic artists. That's a Frank doll. I'm sure there's Frank. Frank is very good, and you should go online and buy all the Frank comics. They're very, very good.
There's all sorts of art that we got sent in. There's two different artists from Australia who sent things in. There's a girl called Tuvo who sent this in at their own personal cost, so thanks to them for sending bits in.
What are these little bug things?
The little bug things, a guy called Ken Murphy from America got hold of us, basically saying he makes these little kits that basically turn into little insects. You touch the wires and the lights and the eyes flash on and off.
That's one of my favourites from an artist who liked the show, who sent this in. It's nice. It's a bit like those old kids' TV shows where they send in drawings. Vision On. This is a few computer memes. We have some lolcats. We have the brilliant
Quants from a guy called Ryan Murphy, Canadian artist on the internet. He's very popular. He actually did that drawing himself personally, specifically for the show.
Did he?
Yeah, actually made it for us and sent it in.
Well, you see, that's just brilliant. I love this guy. He does really funny cartoons on the internet. That's really, really great. We've got a few extra things I'm not sure about. Transformer toys. This is Pogie Bait, who is one of my favourite characters from 8 Ball. I think that's Pogie Bait anyway.
Do you want to point out your mask?
Oh yes, of course.
Main thing you want.
Well, I really wanted this because I kind of think that it's such a great thing at the moment is the V for Vendetta mask, which is being used in the protests against Scientology, which I support. Richard likes Pivot, the band, so he asked could we get a Pivot poster up there, so that's up there. I bought the album since, it's very good. These are things some of these things were from the last series, like the cameras and so on, but we also have a nice array of things from a gentleman who sent some stuff in from a computer. What was it?
It's a computer museum. I can't off the top of my head remember
computer
where
museum
was. But
and he gave us stuff like this Auric, which apparently is pretty hot stuff. We've got Bill Gates being arrested, probably for chewing gum or something. I don't think he's in there for heroin abuse.
This is a recent phenomenon on the internet, which is Joss Whedon's new thing, an internet, Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, and Joss Whedon actually signed off personally for us to stick that up there, and we've stuck it well out the way so it won't be seen.
I don't know whether that means he's seen the show or not. I think maybe he was just being nice, but it's great to have something by Mr. Whedon on the show. Land of the Giants lunchbox. I am actually going to steal the Land of the Giants bin if I can. My favourite band, Guided by Voices. They're kind of very well represented all over the set. Robert Pollard posters, who's the lead singer, and this album covers everywhere. There's B1000 over there, there's Propeller over there. Don't know what that is. We have a stapler in the series at one point, and it had to be this stapler. It had to look like the stapler from Office Space, basically. The EFF, which is an American organization that works for works for you when it comes to matters pertaining to the internet and privacy and blogging and all that sort of thing. Jimmy Corrigan, smartest kid on earth, one of the best comics around. Oh yeah, and of course every series, Fantagraphics comics are well represented. Mustard Magazine, friend of the show. This seems to be the comic of this series, but I haven't actually read it, which I'm a little bit embarrassed about. I'll get on that, yeah. Stuff by the Hernandez brothers, which is just beautiful comics by two Los Angeles artists.
That was one of your favourites, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, this is great. Mark Bayer's Amy and Jordan. This is an incredibly depressing cartoon, which is kind of like Garfield, except a kind of depressing Garfield. It's just hilariously bleak.
You've been working with Amnesty on various bits.
Yeah,
that
we
they've-
have
they've
to.
sent
This
in.
is going to be all over the series, but I don't know. Hopefully, people will. I'm hoping people will have already assumed that we're anti-torture. You know.
Imagine.
Yeah, yeah. Board games, German board games. Big fan of German board games and all these sorts of things. Although this is an English company. Mystery of the Abbey, amazing game. Ticket to Ride, amazing game. 221B Baker Street, one of the best games ever made. War on Terror, excellent game. Shadows of Camelot, haven't played it. Here's a phone from the past. This is where the origin of the word to dial comes from. People used to do that. More Fantagraphics comics. There's Jim Woodring, who I talked about earlier, who's great. Blab comic, that's a brilliant compilation of avant-garde comics. I think that's our lot.
Yeah, they want
have
to
start
get
filming.
back on shoot.
We have to
so-
go. So, but thank you very much. I hope that was. There's more stuff, but maybe we'll get it another time.
Thanks to everybody who provided suggestions and sent stuff in. So-
Thank you so much. You really made a difference. The set looks exactly as I always wanted it to look. So thank you very much.